Good morning. It is THG News today with Mervyn Henley. I trust that you had yourselves a wonderful weekend. Welcome to a brand new week, a brand new day. Of course, THG News today is brought to you the kind compliments of Carl & Sons on St. Martin. Quite a bit happened over the weekend, but of course we won't be able to carry it all this morning. We saw there in Anguilla, which we will show at the end in its entirety, where the community came out and it was the demolition of the Landsome Bowl Cultural Center, a historic facility that has been on Anguilla from, I think, 1974. And of course, Anguilla will be celebrating Carnival 50 in a few months in August. And the owners organization, who's over Four Seasons residences there on Anguilla DOT, they're doing a lot of things for Anguilla in terms of Carnival, and one of it being the construction of a new cultural center there on Anguilla. And they're hoping that this will be completed by August. That's left to be seen, but it's a multi-million-dollar project, so we will see how that goes, right? And I wish the project all its best, of course. The people of Anguilla, they deserve it. But at the end of the news, I'll be showing you in its entirety, as I said before, the entire Saturday, what it was like there, and everything done on Saturday, according to government officials. It was free. Compliments of the same DOT, and not a cent from the Anguillian treasury, according to government officials. And I have to say, according to them. Yeah. But we have some other news for you. So let's get to THG News today. But before we do that, of course, the news, we have to hear from our sponsor. That's Carl & Sons on St. Martin. And we will be right back.
Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you.
We begin this morning with news out of St. Kitts, and this is a Win FM report that staff and the students of the Sadler's Secondary School were in a state of excitement on Friday, February 16th, with the hosting of Staple Chase and Staple event on the school's sports calendar. However, the excitement was soon washed away following the sudden death of a 13-year-old male student. The school's management informed the parents and guardians of early dismissal. A few hours after the incident, individuals took to social media, their varying views on what may have transpired, but with no official word to confirm what led to the death of the child. However, expressions of sympathy poured out on social media to the family, friends, the school, and communities in mourning. The death of the 13-year-old marked the second time in less than a year that tragedy rocked the Sadler's Secondary School. 10 months ago, on May 19th, Lashley Weeks, a 15-year-old Sadler's Secondary School student, died in a traffic accident in Halfway Tree, an incident still very fresh in the minds of many who knew him. Now, I've seen the stories, I've seen what folks say might or might have happened at this school, and it's a very sad and unfortunate situation. I'm hoping that whatever it is, that a thorough investigation be done to rule out anything, and we'll see where it goes from there. But this is a very sad situation, devastating, especially for the students and the staff there at the Sadler's Secondary School. Now we move to Dominica. These stories, sometimes you only hear folks in the opposition, they go to jail or they're arrested in places like Russia and Cuba and Afghanistan and those places. And well, we don't know what's going to happen to Trump. But that's a different story, though. Trump had legitimate reasons to be in court. And so we'll see how that goes. But here it is that in Dominica, Edison James, you know that guy, right? He's a former prime minister of Dominica, was released on $50,000 bail EC on Friday after spending 20 minutes in magistrate's court in a holding cell before his high court incitement trial. Now, I'll tell you the story about that. After a United Workers UWP, that's the opposition meeting, on February 7th, 2017, calling for Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt's resignation, the 80-year-old, you know, he's supposed to be home in his bed reading his Bible. But anyway, the 80-year-old is charged with encouraging, persuading, or instigating by words, causing persons to jeopardize the safety or endanger the public peace. James was prime minister from 1995 to 2000, and the former opposition leader Lennox Linton and the current UWP head and economist Dr. Thompson Fontaine are also accused of inciting. The former 80-year-old prime minister, he remarked, "I have never been in a cell before, but life goes on," adding that the cops felt a way to take him to the detention cell. The former prime minister said, "He asked me to sit not in the cell in the general area, and I think he was still struggling on how he's going to put me in a cell." And this part killed me because the prime minister now describing the sounds and everything he heard. So he said he came back and said, "You have to go." So he opened the door and then clang, clang, clang. And I went inside before being removed and allowed to sit in another area awaiting bail. The former prime minister, 80-year-old in a cell, he said he heard the sounds clang, clang, clang. I'm sorry, folks, but it is truly funny. Politics is Politics is funny. This is too funny. Well, you know what I mean, right? He's 80-year-old up and down the place inciting violence or disobedience. An 80-year-old man. Instead he... huh? Oh my goodness. So he was charged and now out on bail, but we'll see what happens there. I am assuming the same will happen for Lennox Linton. He too will be hearing clang, clang, clang. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I promised you earlier that we'll show you what took place on Anguilla on Saturday, the demolition of the Landsome Bowl Cultural Center. I am assuming that will start in a few weeks or in a couple of days, I don't know, because they have to do it in time for this year's Carnival 50, the Big 50, the big celebration there on Anguilla. So what I am going to do now, I am going to close off THG News today while you enjoy this video from Saturday. Again, to the community of Anguilla, that's what I like to see, community spirit. They came out, no one paid them to, no one begged the folks to come out. They were invited to. And of course, I believe it was a bittersweet moment, especially for those who take part, who's an active participant of Carnival there, that it was probably a bittersweet moment, an emotional moment for them. So let's have a look, and do join me again tomorrow, God's willing, at 6 o'clock for a similar presentation. I am Mervyn Hanley. Here we go.
My reaction this year gonna be remember you that?